How's it going, guys? I'm here with my WWE Night of Champions 2013 pay-per-view review. Night of Champions got off the air about 15 minutes ago. I gotta say, overall for the pay-per-view itself, I think the matches were good, but they're more of like TV-like matches, not really pay-per-view caliber matches at all. I'm not saying that every pay-per-view has pay-per-view caliber matches, because we always get like TV matches majority of the time pay-per-views, but these honestly just felt like TV matches and nothing really more than that. So the pay-per-view was I don't want to say it was bad, but I don't want to say it was good by any means. I thought it was alright. Of course, for the pay-per-view start, we had the kickoff, which was a half an hour for the pay-per-view. The pay-per-view panel this time consisted of Josh Matthews, Alex Riley, Santino Marella, and Booker T. The pay-per-view panels are such a joke. I don't even bother want to listen to them. They're just... I want a legit panel. I want a legit panel with guys that actually are serious and, trying to give their input on things, not guys like Santino, Alex Riley who's joking around and playing around. It's just stupid. This pay-per-view panel, thumbs down. Then we have a backstage segment with Paul Heyman and Brad Maddox. Heyman's basically trying to get out of the match. Maddox is not having it. Heyman tells him, you know what, when Axel gets eliminated, I'm just going to get DQ'd, therefore I don't got to compete. And Maddox says, you know what, alright, do that, because now it's no disqualification, so if you do that, it's not going to work. So the handicap match of pay-per-view is now a no disqualification match. So yeah, I guess that's the second time I've had a CM Punk match get turned to a no DQ to kick off. That's weird. But yeah, whatever. Then we go on to the number one contenders tag team turmoil match with the winners facing the Shield, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns at the pay-per-view for the tag team titles. I'm not going to go into detail. This match pretty much sucked. You had tons of funk and 3B start, which pretty much gives the insight of what this match is going to be like. You had 3B get eliminated first. I think Tensai rolled up, was it Drew McIntyre? He rolled up Drew McIntyre, I think. So 3B got eliminated like that. Then now comes the Real Americans. Swagger makes, I think, Brodus tap, so Real Americans still in it. Usos come out. Swagger makes one of the Usos tap out. So it comes down to Real Americans versus the Primetime Players. Primetime Players won when Darren Young hits his gut check on Jack Swagger to 1, 2, 3 to win the match. Like I said, nothing special. Each match probably went 2 or 3 minutes, so honestly, nothing really more to talk about. So yeah, whatever, Primetime Players over Contenders, pretty obvious there, so it's good. And on to the actual show, we get Triple H opening the show, which I'm thinking, god damn it. I know he opens all the shows up, but he really open a pay-per-view, it's stupid. But he comes out, greets everyone saying that in the main event, Orton versus Bryan, that no one will interfere. So no Shield, no Big Show, no Triple H, no one's going to interfere in the main event. It's going to be straight one-on-one match. Out comes Axel and Heyman to say, Heyman's basically trying to get out of the match still. He's trying to plead his case to Triple H about how he should get out of the match. And basically, if Triple H is not having it, then Axel, being the smart ass he is, tries to, talk down Triple H, saying, you know what, you've always been jealous of me since I debuted as a new Heyman guy after Extreme Rules. You're mad that I beat you in my first match. And Triple H goes, you know what, alright, you want to be a smart ass? How about this? Since your Intercontinental Championship is on the line, the first guy I see backstage is going to get an Intercontinental Championship match right here, right now. And out goes Triple H, and Curtis Axel is defending his Intercontinental Championship right there, right now. Thank God, because how are you going to have a Night of Champions pay-per-view without having all the titles on the line? Doesn't work. So Axel is defending the title against none other than Kofi Kingston. Like I predicted in my prediction videos, if he was going to defend the title, it'd either be against Kofi Kingston or Punk at the Handicap match. So Kofi and Axel having a match for the Intercontinental Championship. The match was whatever. It was honestly nothing special. The match started pretty slow. It was pretty boring. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was just, like I said, pretty boring. There's nothing interesting about it. The match picked up at the end though. Axel actually hit a beautiful drop kick on Kofi, and Kofi jumped off the top rope. Yeah, he jumped the top rope, and he had a pretty sick drop kick. Sorry, I lost the train of thought there for a second. Like I said, the match was okay, nothing special. There's actually a time when the cameraman actually screwed up. Kofi actually had not Trouble in Paradise, what's it called? SOS, I think it is, on Axel, and almost got a 3 count, but we didn't see it because it's 1, 2, everyone's on their feet, look at the 3 count, the camera goes to Paul Heyman for the 3 count, or he kicked out, so he didn't get a 3 count, but it's like, where's the suspense? He could have won the title right there, we didn't even see it, it was stupid camera work right there, but Axel ends up retaining with a neck breaker on Kofi Kingston, whatever, like I said, nothing special there. Next we have RVD and Ricardo backstage. Ricardo basically teaching RVD Spanish. RVD is just asking, hey, what's this in Spanish? What's that in Spanish? What's World Heavyweight Champion in Spanish? And Ricardo goes RVD. Pretty pointless. Next we have AJ walking backstage with Divas title, runs into the other Divas, Layla, Oksana, and Alicia Fox, basically saying, like, you know, you guys need to have my back during the match. They basically walk away and ignore her. So, yeah, another pointless segment there, which leads on to the Fatal 4-Way match for the Divas Championship. AJ Lee versus Natalya versus Brie Bella versus Naomi. Yeah, it's usually a clusterfuck when you get 2 Divas in the match, let alone 4. So, I mean, I really wasn't a fan of this match. I felt like they were scared to do things because they're going to botch it. I mean, I think it was 2 or 3 occasions where they almost botched it or did botch it. Like, oh, Naomi botched big time. She went to do a crossbody on Natalya. Totally missed. Completely missed. They tried to play it off as, oh, Natalya got out of the way, but she totally botched that. So I wasn't feeling this match at all. Of course, the match started off as a 3-on-1 match because, you know, the Total Diva was trying to attack AJ. AJ was running around. Finally beat her up, and AJ, you know, got out of the picture and they won at it. But it was honestly, the match sucked. I wasn't a fan of it. It was actually a spot where it's pretty funny because Natalya had Naomi and Brie on top of each other, which sounds sexual, but not that way. And it's funny because it was in the position where Brie was pinning Naomi, and the commentators, you know, JBL, King, and Cole are like, you know, Brie's pinning Naomi, how come the ref's not counting it? And it was a pinfall if you actually looked at it. Brie technically was pinning Naomi, so they're making a big deal of it, and the ref just standing like, yeah, whatever. And they're throwing a big hissy fit. Natalya puts him in a double sharpshooter. AJ interrupts it. AJ puts Natalya into the Black Widow, and Natalya taps out. AJ Lee retains the title. Nothing special there. We're probably going to get AJ and Natalya at Battleground, so that should be at least a decent match. But yeah, that match wasn't honestly anything special. Next we go on to the World Heavyweight Championship match, Alberto Del Rio versus Rob Van Dam. I was actually pretty surprised with this match. I was actually into this match more than I thought I'd be. I was actually pretty entertained, which is surprising. This is actually the third straight Alberto Del Rio match I was actually into. Well, world title match, that is. I was surprised how good good it was. That they worked well together. Good stuff there. Not a lot to talk about. I thought it was good. I mean, there's some good counters. RVD got his stuff in. Del Rio got most of his stuff in there. Ricardo basically had nothing at ringside. So I thought it was a good world title match. Good world title match. That good. Yeah, definitely good stuff there. Disqualification ending came when ADR, I almost called him RVD, but ADR got the cross arm breaker. God, I can't talk in this field worth shit. I got the cross arm breaker on RVD. Got to the bottom rope. RVD. Oh my god. I feel like stopping this video right now because I'm just botching all over the place. I just honestly want to get this review over with because I honestly don't really want to talk about the pay-per-view that much, to be perfectly honest, besides the ending. But let's try this again. Alberto Del Rio got the cross arm breaker on RVD. RVD got to the bottom rope, wouldn't let go, so the referee disqualified. Oh my god. Alberto Del Rio, therefore RVD wins via disqualification, but he doesn't win the title, so Del Rio still retains. RVD was pretty pissed that he didn't win the title. Del Rio tried to attack him after the match. I forgot how RVD got the upper hand. He got the upper hand into attack, and ended up giving Del Rio the actual coast to coast from, Ricardo gave him a steel chair, put him in the corner, did coast to coast. So we're probably going to get Del Rio and RVD get a Battleground, maybe stipulation match, maybe like, no DQ, street fight, some kind of match we're definitely going to get with these guys again at Battleground. It's kind of funny because RVD took the title and celebrated like he just won it. I'm thinking, you realize he won by a disqualification, you don't win the title that way. I thought that was funny, but overall, really good match. Del Rio's been impressing me. I still think he's a horrible world champion, but hey, at least he's somewhat trying. Next we have Heyman and Axel backstage. Basically Heyman just shitting his pants about the match. And Axel's telling him, it's okay, I'm gonna beat Punk. And we all know Axel, you can't beat really anyone that's a main event caliber star, that is. So, yeah, I don't think that backstage segment really accomplished anything. I'm really about to stop this video. I feel like I'm doing an awful job right now. Hold on, how far in the video am I? Let's see. Oh no, I'm almost 10 minutes into it. I'll just keep continuing. I don't care at this point now. But yeah, pretty much a pointless segment. Then we have Triple H and Orton backstage. Orton's throwing a huge fit that there's no interference in the title match, which I'm thinking, oh, alright. Are you just now admitting that you plan on cheating to win this match? But Triple H is telling him, like, oh no, it's best for business and whatnot. And that basically told Orton not to, worry about anything. But Orton's pretty much shitting his pants at this point. And next we go on to The Miz versus Fandango, which I guess was just added during the show, which is weird because I'm sorry, I have Total Divas on right now. I just saw Nikki's can, so I got distracted. But I guess the match got added on randomly. And the match was whatever. I think the match on Raw a few weeks ago was better than this, but I thought this match had pretty good storytelling. You know, Fandango was selling the knee, and Fandango got some cool moves in there, and Summer Rae looked phenomenal, by the way. She looked gorgeous. But whatever matches. Honestly, didn't really accomplish anything, I thought, either. Miz won with the figure 4 leg lock, beating Fandango, which makes me think why this match even happened, considering Miz beat Fandango cleanly on Raw a couple weeks ago. So kind of like question the point of this match. Why didn't they just save it for this pay-per-view? But whatever, like I said, I thought it was good storytelling, but the match was just whatever. Next we had the 2-on-1 handicap no disqualification elimination match. CM Punk versus Curtis Axel and Paul Heyman. Axel and Heyman come out. Punk comes out with a Singapore cane ready to kick some ass. Him and Axel go at it. They went at it for probably, I don't want to say 10 minutes. I think a little less than 10 minutes. But they didn't go at it that long. They actually did a spot where Punk knocked down Axel and did a dive on the outside of the Heyman, which I thought was hilarious for some reason. But Axel and Heyman went at it, just it's Axel match, so I couldn't really get into it. I really didn't care for it that much. Punk eliminates Axel to GTS, puts him in the Anaconda Vice. Axel taps out. So it's now down to Heyman and Punk. And Punk beat Heyman like a bitch. He handcuffed him. He beat him with a cane. It's funny because Heyman tried tapping. He's like, I'm tapping. But he couldn't tap because his hands were handcuffed behind his back, so you couldn't see him tapping out. Or he couldn't tap out, I should say, so that was pretty funny. But it was definitely entertaining watching Punk beat the holy hell out of Heyman. Definitely, it was kind of like Cena Laurinaitis caliber from Over the Limit from last year. It was pretty entertaining, I should say. But surprise ending, Punk was going to beat the holy hell out of Heyman. He had the Singapore cane in hand ready to beat the holy hell out of Heyman. They had a cane or a steel chair? He had some kind of weapon in his hand about to beat the hell out of Heyman. And what happens? Ryback comes out of nowhere, picks Punk out, puts him through a table, throws Heyman on top of Punk, and 1, 2, 3, Paul Heyman defeats CM Punk. Ryback takes Heyman and books it out of there. So, looks like Ryback's the new Paul Heyman guy, I guess, which I'd be okay with, because I know a lot of people when Ryback turned heel said that, Heyman and Ryback should be together. So we're actually getting that now, which is, good, because ever since Ryback turned heel, he hasn't done anything besides feud with Cena. So, I mean, I guess they're giving us a reason to care about him now, considering the last 2 months no one's really gave a shit about him. So I'm interested to see how this works, or how it, plays out. Definitely gives a sign that we're going to get Punk versus Ryback at Battleground, which wouldn't surprise me considering Ryback's in the Battleground poster. But definitely interesting to see how this plays out. But yeah, Punk got a nasty gash on his back, by the way. That bump really fucked his back up. But yeah, entertaining stuff from the the Punk Heyman stuff. Axel Punk stuff, not so much. Next we go on to the United States Championship match. The Shield, Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler. Really good match, good back and forth stuff. I was pretty much into this match, majority of it. I don't think any part of this match I honestly got bored in. It was just entertaining, a really good wrestling match, I thought. It actually got a lot of time, too. I was surprised. I want to say 10 to 12 minutes at least, that. So, a good amount of time they got. Ziggler and Ambrose both look good, so that's definitely a plus on that side. And it was a very fun match overall, I thought. Of course, Ambrose retained. When Ziggler went to a stinger splash in the corner, Ambrose got out of the way. Fucking Ziggler sounded like a motherfucker that he does. Ambrose picks him up, headlock driver, 1, 2, 3, retains the United States Championship. Just, like I said, a very good match. There's a lot of great counters, too, where they'd keep countering each other. Ziggler would go for the Famouser, Ambrose would counter it. Ziggler would then counter it to a Famouser again. It was just an awesome match here. Ziggler looked good, like I said, Ambrose, they both look good overall. So definitely a fun match there, which actually, this leads into the next match, the WWE Tag Team Championship match. The Shield, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns versus the Primetime Players. Another very fun tag team match here. The Shield matches are always awesome. I don't think I've ever seen a bad Shield match, unless it's like them versus Santino and the Usos or something like that in the main event. Besides that, the Shield matches are just awesome. But like I said, just a very fun tag team match. The crowd definitely got behind the Primetime Players. We're definitely rooting for them. Titus did a 6 spot with Rollins where he just gave him the shoulder and Rollins flipped and just landed. Just awesome stuff here, like I said. I was very into this match. Pretty fun match overall, like I said. Shield matches, like I said for the millionth time, are just awesome. But the Shield did win. I like the ending. Made the Primetime Players look good and, make them look weak at all. Rollins, Reigns got the tag. No, they didn't tag. Rollins was trying to, he was holding on to Titus. Titus trying to pick him up because he had clashed with Titus. Roman Reigns broke up the pin. Reigns and D Young went at it. Then, the referee was, getting situated with Darren Young. Titus was trying to get Rollins. And then, dude, because Rollins, he didn't spin Titus. He got Titus to turn around. And Titus turned around perfectly. Because right when he turned around, Reigns hit a spear in Titus. And then Rollins pinned him 1, 2, 3. So Shield retained the tag team titles. It's a very fun match, like I said. Definitely good stuff there. And then from there on, we go to the main event. WWE Championship Match. Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan. I was a little worried about this match because this match started at 7:30. So, I mean, pay-per-views usually end around 8 or, wherever you live, whatever time zone you live in. For me, pay-per-views usually end around 8 o'clock. Or that's when they're set to end, at least. So I was kind of worried because, they usually end pay-per-views around 7:45, 7:50, the latest. So I was kind of worried about how this match is going to, the time's going to get. But I got a good amount of time. I actually got, I'd say, roughly around 20 minutes. So it's definitely good stuff there. Definitely a fun match. Daniel Bryan, you have him in a main event match, you really can't be disappointed. I thought this match was great. Him and Orton worked very well together. Their street fight on Raw, when Bryan made Orton tap, was a very good match. And this was just a great match as well. Just Orton being the heel that he is, DDT'd Bryan on the outside on his head, and looked very, very painful. Bryan looked good with his counters and his kicks. They almost botched the spot though when Bryan he gets whipped into the corner and Bryan does a backflip off the top. They actually almost collided with Orton. Orton barely ducked Bryan, so that was a pretty close one there. But definitely a great match. I'd definitely say match of the night, the main event, which didn't surprise me because I think everyone thought it was going to be the best match on the card because I think that's the only match everyone was even looking forward to. So definitely a great, great match here. In the ending, there was actually a ref bump during the match where referee Scott Armstrong, I don't know why I call him referee Scott Armstrong for. I don't know why I just didn't call him Scott Armstrong, but in general, the referee got knocked down, new one came out, ref for about 5 minutes, and then Armstrong took back over, which I'm thinking, what was the point of this? Which we'd find out towards the end of the match. I'm thinking, man, Armstrong's going to screw over Daniel Bryan just because he has that look like, alright, I'm about to do something I don't want to do, and long and behold, he does something I'm guessing he didn't want to do, or he wanted to do, one of the two. Daniel Bryan kicks Orton in the face, runs the corner, Bryan gives him a high flying running knee. 1, 2, 3. Daniel Bryan is your new Hey, is that Ryback? I don't know. But Daniel Bryan is your new WWE champion. I don't think anyone really saw Bryan win the title back. I know they've done this before where, hey, it's John Cena. I know they've done this before where they did a huge title change. The next pay-per-view did it again. I mean, look at Del Rio's cash-in from 2 years ago. Last title night champions, John Cena. Same thing here. So it honestly didn't surprise me that Bryan won, especially when Bryan came out. I should have expected it. Bryan came out with the biggest smile on his face. And I'm thinking, this guy's about to win the title. I'm like, no way they're giving him the title back, though. No way. But long and behold, they did. This is definitely going to play on Raw tomorrow night, considering that Armstrong had a fast count, which, if you know referee Scott Armstrong, he's the slowest counting ref in the company, so therefore his fast count is equivalent to a regular referee count. So, to me, Bryan won the title fair and square. But we're probably going to get on Raw. He might be stripped the title, give back to Orton. We don't know. So it's definitely going to play on the Raw tomorrow night. It's going to be interesting how this plays out. But as right now, Daniel Bryan is your new WWE champion. I cannot wait. I cannot. See, I'm getting excited. I'm getting ahead of myself. I cannot wait to see the Yes side plates on the WWE Championship tomorrow night. It's going to be awesome. And that was my Night of Champions pay-per-view review. If you couldn't tell, I honestly didn't really feel like reviewing this show because I've just been botching it. I've been into it. I don't know. This video probably sucked. You guys let me know because I'm always a hard ass on my videos. There's that saying that we're our own worst critics, so it's probably the case here. This video is probably at least okay, but I'm thinking this is horrible. But you guys tell me what you guys thought on this video. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. And for pay-per-views, I'll see you in 3 weeks for Battleground for my predictions and review. So, later guys.